Hello, I'm FPX and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series on my channel where I answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across the last week's comments of last week's Q&A Saturday. This is a fun once-a-week opportunity for me to answer all of your comments that have built up over the past week, and it's a good opportunity for a back and forth about life, the universe, and of course, most importantly, Minecraft updates. So with that said, we're going to be diving straight into the first question. You can like it if you do like it, but let's start by talking about Thomas Devlin's question, because he starts by saying, do you check the comments for Q&A questions? If so, if you could add one new mob into Minecraft right now, no questions asked, what would it be? And to answer your question, first of all, yeah, I really do read the Q&A questions on every single Q&A Saturday. Honestly, I don't know why people have like the weirdest time believing this one, but yeah, it's a thing I do. Every single week, I read every single comment, I go through the entire list, and I pick like 8 or 10 that I think might be interesting to answer, or that like I really want to answer. Like this one, it's like, why do so many people not believe I read every question? Like, is it that hard to read 500 comments? Maybe a lot of YouTubers don't do it, I'm not entirely sure, but I just wanted to respond by saying I read all of the comments, and then if there's not enough, good Q&A Saturday questions, that's when I go to Twitter, and that's why there are sometimes, and usually, Twitter questions mixed in with there, because there's a lot of repeat questions in the comments, because people asking things for the first time, people asking the same question every week, not realizing why it's not being answered, all these sorts of things, they build into why I go to Twitter as well to answer questions there. But the second part is if you could add one mob to Minecraft right now, no questions asked, and most people would be like, I would like to add the polar bear to Minecraft. Oh, that's a mob that already exists. That's how little I think about the polar bear, but most people would be like, I would really love it if they added this mob, because, an alpaca would be cool, or anything like that. But I think realistically, based on the level of useless mobs, I'd love to see like a crazy useful mob, not quite boss level, but somewhere between a boss mob and a regular mob. So think of it this way, like imagine there is a creeper in Minecraft right now. In fact, there is a creeper. Imagine there's a giant creeper that can spawn in places. He can't move around, so he can't grief your house because you can't get him around the Minecraft world. And let's say he can't be spawned a command, so you can't use him to grief. However, if you want to excavate a certain area, when this creeper explodes, it destroys the entire area, like nuclear explosion style. That would be kind of interesting, right? Like every tiny chance you'd find one of these mega creepers and be like, wow, what am I gonna do? That would be interesting. I'd love to see some interesting mob, like kind of between a like a boss mob and a regular mob, like a rare event mob. I think that'd be interesting, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I would do if they asked. If there was no questions asked, I could just put it into the game. I would add a giant like rare mob, like a creeper, to the game, as in like a giant creeper. But with that said, let's move to the second question, which comes in from Justin Castillo, who says, Q&A Saturday. Dear Toycat, I watched this playlist many times, but I never see the question. Is it possible that we on the Bedrock edition could get MCEdit? I see YouTubers who use it, and I play creative mostly, and I was wondering if anything like this would be possible to make it faster to build in our creative worlds. Please read in the next Q&A. Please keep up the hard work. Also, by the way, putting please read in the next Q&A, that doesn't increase your chances of getting in a Q&A. Like, I don't know how that would affect anyone's odds. But with that said, let's actually answer the question, because why is there no MCEdit on Bedrock, and will there eventually be one? And the answer to will there eventually be one is, of course, eventually there'll be one. However, the key thing you gotta remember is MCEdit is not a Minecraft-made program. It is a program which people made, which works with Minecraft saves, uses all of their file formats, but it's not a Minecraft program made by Minecraft. It's made by, separate people. And the only reason there's no MCEdit on Bedrock is because people have not made an MCEdit for Bedrock. An interesting side consequence of this is the fact that most Minecraft, Bedrock maps on the store have to use MCEdit on Java and then convert their map to Bedrock, which is why there are so many big errors in Minecraft Bedrock store maps, because they're literally made in Java and then ported over. It's just an interesting thing you might not realize. But yeah, there's no MCEdit on Bedrock because no one's made an MCEdit on Bedrock. If you want there to be one and you have programming skills, you should make one. However, it's not Minecraft's duty to make it because they didn't make the original MCEdit. It's just that, people really like making Java tools, whereas Minecraft Bedrock has kind of a fractured community across the place with not a very big, PC community, which means not many people make PC programs. Because, in my opinion, this is, okay, controversial opinions of Toycat time, I think that mobile devices, your phones, your tablets, etc., are more devices for consuming content. You're watching this video right now, you can go and play Minecraft on it right now, but you're not gonna make a Word document or write a new program, you're gonna consume a lot of content. However, PCs are used for both consuming content, but also for making content, and that's why PC players, even though, there's way more Minecraft Bedrock players, there's more Minecraft PC players playing Minecraft Java, of course, and that's why there is generally more programs being made there. That's my theory, at least. You can correct me if you disagree with my controversial opinion, and I won't listen because it's a controversial opinion, and that's what you're allowed to do when you have those, apparently. So let's move in. This is the third question, which comes in from Fireball, who says 5.6 views for a 800k channel. Minecraft's dead. So this was a bit of a weird one. Like, are you saying my channel's dead? Are you saying Minecraft's dead? Are you saying Q&A Saturday isn't a good thing? Because he left this comment about 12 hours after Q&A Saturday went live, which means that he was using an incorrect view count because it takes a while for YouTube views to stabilize, as well as the fact that lots of people watch Q&A Saturday after it goes live, as well as the fact that Q&A Saturday isn't, mostly about Minecraft. It's a series that has some Minecraft questions in there, but it's, you know, a Q&A series. I thought that was an interesting thing about this. But yeah, it's just one of those interesting questions I'd be like, that's funny. I've had a lot of these recently, even though I recently had, I think it was a close to 1 million view video now on, you know, Minecraft. It's like, well, it's still a dead game. People are just interested in it because it's dead. Oh, my brain broke. But yeah, just a comment I figured I'd put up as like, you know what, there's a lot of people every single week that try to find any reason to hate anything, you know, and sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Minecraft, sometimes it's me and Minecraft mixed together, but guess what, you're wrong in every single aspect of the question. I mean, I guess besides the fact that Q&As do generally only get like, you know, 1% of the subscriber base, but that's not how YouTube works, and we all generally know it. Anyway, with that said, let's move into the fourth question, which comes in from, James Mini Cooper. This is the more constructive way to put a comment, because they say, Q, will you ever play Forza Horizon 4? I understand you like Minecraft, I do too, and I probably other people would enjoy seeing you crash and make funny looking cars. So, just to clarify here, because I get comments every single time a big game comes out, and bear in mind it is video game release season, you know, every single October, November is when most games come out, so there's lots of big games coming out, lots of people care about them, and people wonder, are you going to make videos on X game or Y game? And even though a game like Forza Horizon 4, you know, I like a lot of the Forza games, I like a lot of the Forza Horizon games, but I don't think they make great YouTube videos. A thing you got to remember about YouTube making is that you need to have a, I guess, entertaining format, you know, although I love to play some games, you know, just streaming it for an hour is kind of interesting, you know, to me and to a few others. You know, the thing that makes games succeed is not only being an interesting game, but having an interesting format. Even though PUBG was a great game, the fact that it had 40 minutes in a game meant no one was watching in a row, whereas Fortnite was shorter, and that's why one of the reasons it succeeded. There's all these things you gotta consider, just that, like, make just playing a game, being a YouTuber, kind of different. So if you want to see these sorts of games, like Forza Horizon 4, or I streamed Red Dead recently, they will be streamed on the YouTube channel on Tuesdays usually when they come out or whatever. However, as far as regular series go, I don't think it makes sense to dive into one of those games because they don't, you know, hit the format just right, in my opinion, or at least not just yet. Like I said, I'll still be experimenting with stuff like that, and you'll see it over the coming weeks, but that's just an interesting kind of change right there. So let's move into the fifth question, which comes in from Jehu Gonzalez, who says, Q&A, have you ever experienced sleep paralysis? And I have experienced both lucid dreaming and sleep paralysis. So lucid dreaming is when you can control the dream. Sleep paralysis is kind of the opposite, where you have waken up, but not entirely, so you're like kind of frozen in one place because your body doesn't know whether you're awake or not. You know, it thinks that you're in the dream, but you kind of think you're awake at the same time, so your body can't move, because obviously when you try to move your body during your sleep, you don't go anywhere, because that's how your body locks down, and sometimes you wake up and your body's still stuck in dream state. It's the most terrifying thing. So just as a quick thing on both things, I think you can learn to control both a lot better if you know when you're sleeping and when you're awake, which is a really hard thing to do. You might think it's really obvious, you see in the movies, they say pinch me or whatever, but there's a few techniques you can learn, learning to, you know, when a room is lit or whatever. There's a bunch of tiny techniques you can know. They'll let you know better when you're in a dream and when you're not, and if you know you're in a dream, you can control the dream usually pretty easily, and it's a lot of fun in my opinion. Like, you give yourself superpowers, you don't know what to do because you're too tired because you're sleeping to have any good idea of like what would be the most fun thing to dream. But I love lucid dreaming. Happens like once every few years, and it's just a lot of fun. But sleep paralysis is the opposite, and this is the thing that like messes people up, because wanting to move, not being able to, is like one of the most, you know, human fears you can have. Like, oh my god, I literally can't move, what do I do? Well, I guess I'm dead, I'm dying. You have a revelation, you switch religion or something. But no, the truth is, if you feel like you're going through sleep paralysis, although you probably won't remember this advice, it's something to try and keep in mind just in case it does come up. Just hold your breath for a solid 2 minutes. That puts you out of your sleep because your body's like, gotta breathe or whatever. Then you're like, oh, I'm awake now too. And yeah, pro tip, hold your breath, get you out of sleep paralysis. And if you want to get lucid dreaming, which is like the good kind of counter side of it, again, there's kind of like, you can have your awake brain be in your sleeping body, or you can have your sleeping brain being your awake body. You definitely want the first one, the lucid dreaming. And if you want to get that, just look into a bunch of guides on how to do it. But long story short, work out when you're dreaming, when you're not. Think to yourself maybe once every few hours, am I dreaming? And you're like, okay, this looks like real life. Probably not. Maybe give it a check, try and jump towards the sky or something, and you might just give yourself a lucid dream. There you go, pro tips of Toy Cat right there, mixed in with Q&A Saturday. But let's move into the next question, which comes in from Michael. Just Michael. Not Michael, you know, Mr. Blockman, not Michael the Destroyer, just Michael, who says, why does the gameplay audio sound off? It sounds kind of muffled. And yeah, this is something that really does bug me. I got a comment on it a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh yeah, it does sound super muffled, and I spent forever trying to work on it. And you don't know how long I mean by forever, because I was like, okay, is it the capture card's fault? Is it what's fault is it? Is it because I have different settings in the Minecraft menus? What it is my Minecraft version on Xbox. I have no idea this happens. I don't know how this happens with any game, let alone how Minecraft Minecraft managed to do this, but my Minecraft is genuinely just sounding like this. Even if I play, not recording, it sounds like that. I can't work out how to fix it. Just Minecraft on Xbox is super bugged for me right now, and I have no idea how that happens. So let me know if you've had this exact same issue, where your audio sounds like muffled, like it's echoing in the wrong way, because my Minecraft is doing it, and I have no clue how to, stop it. Like, I could reinstall Minecraft, but I know you lose some saves, or like potentially saves when you do that, because it's Minecraft Xbox. There's a lot of things that I don't know if I should try or not, but if you've ever had the issue and you've ever fixed it, please let me know, because it drives me insane, because I try to make the best quality YouTube videos I can. That's why, I upload in the highest quality 1080p that YouTube will let me, and why I've been, making moves into 4K in various channels. I try to make the highest objective quality Minecraft videos in terms of the actual, like, gameplay and stuff, because that's something that I value. I want to give you the best quality thing every day. However, the audio being wrong and, issues like frame rate and stuff, these things make me want to kill someone. I recorded the 5-hour, challenge of trying to beat Minecraft without crafting tables recently, and during the entire thing, the audio was slightly off. So those 5 hours of work I did, or 5 hours of, recording I did, they were all entirely kind of like, not made worthless, but every time I listen to that video now, I hear it and it's like, ah. So yeah, if you do watch that video, because it's coming out fairly soon, trying to beat Minecraft without crafting tables, please ignore the gameplay audio. It's turned down super low, but it makes me want to throw a dagger through the screen or my heart. I'm not sure which, but yeah, there you go. Let's move into the next question, because that was Toycat Gets the Rant for a bit, because next question comes in from Dijulo Mohammed Redra, I think, who says, Q&A, why do people think you talk fast if you are new? Toycat used to talk fast, but he tried to slow it down for people. If you want faster, change the video speed. And then we have another response saying, I have it at 1.5 times speed, because here's the crazy thing, because I've been doing my fast talking thing for so long now, it's gone to the point where, like, some people think I talk fast, but some people watch me as, like, a compromise of, like, I wish people spoke faster, but I guess at least he speaks faster than the other Minecraft YouTubers, because a lot of Minecraft YouTubers will speak to you like you're a mentally handicapped dog, because they think that's the best way to reach the widest audience, like, even 4-year-olds can enjoy my video if I talk to them like they're 4-year-olds, but I think that, in general, like, kind of lowers the quality for everyone else involved, so, that's why I don't make videos at a particular age audience, or try to dumb myself down, or anything like that, because I think they're kind of like, again, personally, I find them uncomfortable. Do what you gotta do as a YouTube channel to succeed. I don't hate you for that, but I do want to say that the reason that it seems like I talk fast, but also not, is because I've been slowing it down recently, so a lot of people are like, he doesn't talk quite as fast as he used to, because I'm really trying to focus on, like, emphasis points in a sentence, like stopping every now and then, just to, like, really drive home the point I've just said or whatever. I'm really working on my presenting style as a whole, and that is why some people are like, you talk too fast, because compared to most YouTubers, and especially most Minecraft YouTubers, I guess I do talk fast. So compared to most people, I probably talk fast. However, there's a lot of people who are like, I wish you'd talk faster, and that's why you see the weird mixture where someone will respond to a comment saying I talk too fast by saying, I put him at 1.5 times speed. It's the only way I can understand him, and I find that personally quite fascinating. So with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Rio Farrell75, who says, milk tastes delicious. Fight me, especially in chocolate form. So chocolate milk is the one true defense of milk. So we got into a big milk debate last week, but let me respond to that by saying, even though milk might sound delicious because, chocolate milk's pretty good, if you actually look up the caloric content on chocolate milk, the amount that chocolate milk is bad for you, it is horrific for you. It's not actually a healthy snack. It's not actually milk. It's just milk flavored with chocolate so badly that it becomes this really, really terrible thing for you, snack. Like, if you think that, like, drinking Mountain Dew is bad or eating ice cream is bad, wait until you think about drinking milk. So here's the thing, if you're drinking chocolate milk, you might as well be eating chocolate ice cream, and if you genuinely believe chocolate milk is better than chocolate ice cream, then I think that I've won the argument by default anyway. So yeah, milk might taste delicious to you if you flavor it crazily, but the truth is, if you're flavoring milk crazily, you might as well flavor ice cream. In fact, have you ever had a milkshake? Milkshakes are great, right? Have you ever had a milkshake with ice cream? It tastes 100 times better. Checkmate, I have won. The milk argument has been destroyed one more time, except actually I've got one more comment about it, because this last comment comes in from Jeremy Smith and says, if you continue to express, then the milk will keep coming indefinitely. It doesn't need to keep giving birth in order to lactate. So I'm assuming that's like a farming advice on how cows work or whatever, but yeah, the nutrition is better to get elsewhere, but I'll be damned before I let you take my cow boob juice away from me. What the hell else are you supposed to wash all the various forms off? And then the comment stopped for some reason, but I wanted to take this one as a response, because He says cow boob juice is like what he admits it is. That's what, milk is, by the way. It's literally, you're milking cows from that part of their body, and in case that makes you uncomfortable, you're like, oh, that's cow boobs, oh, I don't know how to deal with that. Okay, let me make you extra uncomfortable. So, I'll warn you, if you intend to drink milk on a regular basis, the rest of this video will make you uncomfortable, but it's literally true. So, not only is milk cow boob juice, we take it from the cows on an industrial level, but because they're all female cows, imagine that being your mother, wouldn't that be uncomfortable? Especially if it was like done on an industrial scale. Now imagine this, like a lot of people come round to your house and can you imagine how awful that'd be if everyone comes round to your house to milk your mother and then talks about being like, oh, this is kind of good, it tastes like water but very slightly better and mildly more nutritious. No, that would be terrible. You'd be like, no, this is the worst. I'm not even a vegan or vegetarian or whatever, but the weirdest thing that we all just accept as part of our life is milk. You're not cheese and all these other like milk byproducts, I guess they're fine, but just drinking it raw straight from the cow, because bear in mind, dairy farmers don't like milk being sold. Besides in Canada, where there's the whole milk monopoly thing, most dairy farmers hate selling milk. They sell it at a loss on a regular basis. They get angry about milk or whatever. Dairy farmers don't like milk. The cow doesn't like milk. Your taste buds don't even like milk. Why are we still drinking milk on a regular basis? This is why the drinking milk meme is terrible, and this is why you shouldn't drink milk. Anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I have won the milk argument one more time, because you don't want people coming around to your house to milk your mother to all enjoy it and be like, oh, hopefully we keep her around until she stops producing milk, then we'll kill her, because you know how inhumane and terrible that would be. Boom, checkmate, Toy Cat is the winner again. But I hope you all enjoyed this Q&A Saturday regardless. I hope I don't get into any more milk rants. In fact, I'm going to request right now, please no more milk questions. We're going to leave the milk one to bed. However, if you want to leave questions about anything else, guess what? Comment sections allow you to say words on the internet. It's insane. You can use that box to do that. You can subscribe if you're around here with notifications turned on if you want to see more of these videos. And I guess for now, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.